At Earth Sanctuary, success can bring its own challenges. With bigger crowds comes the need for bigger facilities. But all of this requires one essential ingredient: power. Can the centre deliver and stay true to their renewable energy targets?
I'm on an Outback highway, crossroads on the sign say, no turning back. I'm following this track, blue skies, endless road, Outback brother coming home. Blue skies, endless road, Outback brother coming home.
It's been a while since the family first installed wind and solar devices at Earth Sanctuary.
Firefighters are battling more than 30 blazes across the country, with some rural properties now under threat.
Climate change was a dirty word. Don't mention it. Crikey, don't want to know about it. Bloody hippies.
At a time when not many were thinking about renewable sources of energy, it was a big realisation of a dream for a sustainable learning centre.
Took a bit of Egyptian ingenuity, but we got the bugger up.
Most people in Alice Springs have been here. They've seen what we do. They know it's real and tangible. And we also remain as one of the few places that people can go to where sustainability is the forefront of the discussion. On a very practical level, people still respect and appreciate what we've done.
We've shown people that what we can do out here is in extreme weather. So really, wherever you are, if we can build what we have and achieve what we have, then you can achieve that anywhere.
But today, that centre is being torn down. While the systems have worked well over the years, now delivering for more than 5,000 guests per annum is causing it to struggle.
All right, Benny. Good.
Now we've had to dismantle a lot of those structures.
As the organisation has grown, and obviously we require more power.
If it does fall over, the Alice Springs grid has usually fallen over as well, leaving everyone in the dark. It's time to reinvest and take Earth Sanctuary to the next level of self-sufficiency. As well, Tom wants to get the next level of astronomy.
There's quite a few cubics going on here, but we need solidarity for our telescope.
With an upgrade of their telescope to a full-blown observatory.
The opportunity came to bring together some funding to create Central Australia's first public observatory.
We've got the 14-inch deep sky Meade telescope on its way from Sydney, and this is the cherry on top for this project.
But observatories are not just spherical sheds. They need to be millimetre perfect in every aspect. .001 of a degree out and the whole thing could be rendered useless. A big challenge for tradies in the bush.
Building anything out in the desert's hard to find the right skills and right people to do it. Certainly an observatory is a whole other level. It's high-end equipment. You need plasma cutters and things that you can't ruffle around and find in the backyard.
It's a small town. They're not always punctual. They don't always turn up. So sometimes you just have a crack. You have a go yourself.
News of the observatory has already spread through the local community.
So that's been the big buzz, and it certainly got the attention of the local people as well now. So they say, if you want to see the sky, go to Earth Sanctuary, They've got the biggest telescope in Northern Territory, so we're very proud of Tommy's efforts to get that going.
With so much to do, they need all the help they can get, so are glad to see an old friend dropping by.
Went on forever. Oh, Booga B.
Hey boys, how are you?
Booga. How are you?
Good, thank you. What's happening? Working hard, I see, as usual.
Oh, yeah.
See you, man.
Fellow paramedic Adam, or better known as Booga, has dropped around to say g'day.
The work the boys are doing out here at the sanctuary is magnificent, and I just love being a part of it.
But today, he's not here to help out.
Look, I've got a question. Do you still have those boats in the yard here?
The Henley-on-Todd ones?
Yeah.
I think so.
Actually, they're just here.
Well, what's going on?
Well, it's like this. That's what I dobbed us in. I had a bet with this fella that we could go on the Henley-on-Todd and beat him.
Oh no.
And the only issue is I don't have a boat or a crew. So.
Held every year, the Henley-on-Todd is Alice Springs' most famous boat race. It has a perfect safety record with 0 drownings and is the only boat race to ever be cancelled because of an overabundance of, wait for it, water. Back then, the locals were shocked. Nowadays, due to climate change, predicting when the river will be a raging torrent or a dry dust bowl is anyone's guess.
You might be careful, eh? Be careful.
While started as a joke in the early 60s, it's now taken more seriously by the locals than they would care to admit.
Pass her over, Benny.
All right.
Using boats made by their dad Joey, the family had been running mini Henley events at the sanctuary for years.
So they've got the Henley-on-Todd's on this weekend?
It's on this weekend.
Oh, booger.
But while these boats might be okay for kids, they're probably not the best for a bunch of burly paramedics.
Shuffle.
Okay, are we ready?
Little shuffle. 3. Shuffle, 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 shuffle.
Jeez, we're close.
Still, with the race only a few days away, there is no time to explore other options. At a United Nations Climate Forum in Melbourne, Tom has come down to showcase the work they're doing at Earth Sanctuary.
So this is a great day for Earth Sanctuary. We've got an opportunity to mix and catch up with awesome initiatives from around Australia and the world, all in different ways trying to combat climate shift and motivate people to take action in their own lives. So we're really looking forward to meeting up with some of the champions of climate shift and find out new ways and how we can get together and get on with this project of motivating the world.
Meanwhile, with all the old facilities dismantled, Dan and Ben are working on preparations for the arrival of new equipment, as well as getting their boats seaworthy for the Henley-on-Todd Regatta.
If you could do a ham.
We're here.
While he's in town, Tom is going to visit the company which will be installing the upgrades back in Alice. In a bizarre twist, it turns out Australian Wind and Solar happens to be run by their cousin Adam.
Oh my golly.
Oh, good.
Really keen to find out how our new energy power system's going for the sanctuary. It's been many months in the making. These guys have been hard at it working out the logistics.
And we've obtained a year's worth of data in 15-minute intervals,
Yep.
so it's a lot of data.
Yeah, wow.
If the sun didn't shine and the wind was calmed, this half-size shipping container would have enough stored energy to run the whole of Earth Sanctuary for several days.
What amazes me when I came down, I was thinking big 20-foot shipping container packed with batteries, inverters.
Yeah.
This now holds it all.
Yeah, look, the technology's, I guess, getting smaller each year. Definitely, this system would more than power what you're running at the moment. We already have houses running on half this size.
Yeah. You can see the container behind us there, Benny, that Adam and the team have been working on.
Yeah, I think it's better. It's for a product size. I think it's actually better and it's more marketable like that size. Adam, you're just going to find a place for the bar and a jacuzzi.
I thought that's why we're putting this in.
Great job, Adam. It looks fantastic, mate.
All right, gentlemen.
See you guys.
See you later on.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Good to see you.
While the trip to Melbourne was a success, there was no time to relax for Tom. He's already jetted back to the Alice, where he's running with his brothers and Booga in the Henley-on-Todd Regatta. It's time to join with all the other entrants in town and show off their vessel as the regatta parade marches its way to the Todd River. Booga's rivals are here too.
Do we let these guys go first?
The Todd River conditions are perfect. Not a drop of water to be seen.
I come from the land down under, where the women go and the men wander.
Thousands come from all over Australia to see this.
The regatta has all kinds of events and classes of racing. But the most popular is the BYOB, Bring Your Own Boat, which pits some of the wackiest designs up against each other to see who will rule the waterless river. It's the moment of truth. It's the heats to see who goes into the BYOB final. Thanks to some spills, they've done it. They're through. But as the heats progress, Booga's rivals make it through too. And they're looking decidedly speedy. So, a plan is needed.
Oh, you can see how much leg room they've got. We're going to be up Shit Creek without a paddle. Yeah. So we need to think strategy, we need to think of ideas. We have to play dirty. Yeah, play dirty.
Are you ready?
Rotating the boat sideways to free their legs isn't technically against the rules, but it's not normally how boats win races. No matter, they've lost anyway. In typical fashion, Booga has disappeared from the scene. Meanwhile, Tom and Ben have been called out to an emergency with the ambulance.
Rightio, we better get going. You might want to change that one. Let's get out of here.
That leaves Dan to suffer the punishment for losing the race.
So what's happened is obviously we lost the race, which means Booga lost the bet. And in true mate form, Booga's pissed off and gone home to watch the footy. So I've been left to deal with his bet. So I've got to jump on the Viking ship.
It's the grand final, where the Vikings, Navy and Pirates will engage in a battle royale.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Cloud cannons, water bombs and high-pressure hoses, the order of the day. Clearly, in the Outback, health and safety standards aren't quite the same as they are in the big cities. The crowd is given voice to determine the winner.
Let's hear it up for the Navy, for the Pirates, the Vikings.
It's a victory for the Vikings.
Like it's been thrown in a washing machine with powder and water and God knows what else. But to the credit to the Vikings, they've done really well.
Well done, Vikings. Well done, honey.
Some compensation for a very sandy and soggy Dan.
Thanks, Booga. Thanks very much.
You've got to hand it to the people of the Outback. They don't let something like the fact that there is no water for thousands of kilometres stop them from putting on an amazing boat race. It's an exciting day for the Falzons as they ready things for the arrival of the new equipment coming from Melbourne.
This will be the site of the new renewable energy centre for the sanctuary. Batteries are coming, they're on way from Melbourne.
They want to get everything installed in just 3 days. So they'll be ready to host one of the biggest events on their calendar, the Territorian Dinner.
This is a big part of the future. Climate change isn't stopping for anybody, and this is just going to be a great foundation for our kids and for other kids as well as this new renewable centre. So it's very exciting.
So far, so good, as they say. So if our measurements are as close as it can be, we'll be really happy.
Cleverly, they are using shipping containers with a simple roof put on top to create the new facilities.
These shipping containers have been a godsend in how we can kit them out.
They should allow the boys to make their tight deadline, but that is only if everything goes to plan.
A bit of a calculation issue with the height of the shipping containers. We realise our install here is a little bit shorter than these other containers.
Apparently all shipping containers aren't born the same. They're a little bit different, and if we don't get the sizes right, we stuff the whole roof up. So a bit of a change of plans, but let's do some Tetris.
So that the sheds aren't lopsided, it's time to play musical containers.
Yeah, looks pretty good so far. Hopefully it holds the weight, it's 5 tonne.
They finish just as the power cube arrives. It's taken months to get it set up. It's full of batteries, it costs over $70,000 and it weighs over 2 tonnes.
And please don't drop it.
Trust me, they don't want to drop it.
That looks good here.
With the cube in place, the protective roof can now be placed on top and covered. Also, the new windmill has been fitted and it's time to raise it up. It's been a good productive day. As the deadline draws near, the task of integrating the existing resources along with the new solar panels being installed on the homestead roof are well underway.
We better mark which one was positive.
Though Adam is a little shocked by the haphazard bushwiring of the existing system.
Oh yeah, that's hot. That's solar hot water there.
Look, I've been an electrician for 25 years. I can't dare say I've seen anything like it. I was surprised it was still working, to be honest.
After unpicking the tangled mess, Ben comes up with his own solution to the problem. On the other side of the sanctuary, it's Christmas time for Tom. His telescope is ready to be fitted into the observatory.
This is worth $16,000. This little bad boy in the middle of the desert. It's been locked up, kept out of the hot summer rays and the humidity for a good 4 months, and incubating here for the right moment for the turn of autumn, and she's ready to go on. It's very high power magnification, so it requires an ultra steady base to work on, and hopefully all the work we've been doing over the last 6 months comes together. We still don't know until we get this on, so fingers crossed it doesn't go pear-shaped. It's been about 6 months in the making. We've got our 10mm plates. Hopefully, if we've done our homework right and these plates are aligned up properly, we can sit the telescope on top and start looking at the night sky. So it's just...
But there's a problem. The holes on the wedge don't line up with the holes on the plate.
But that's still out, so how's that possible? A stencil that matches it.
It's going to have to be re-drilled or something.
Yeah.
Well, these things happen.
This couldn't happen at a worse time. Guests will be rocking up tomorrow, all expecting to get a look at the observatory in action.
I bit off a little more than I can chew. I dreamed big on it and said, let's just do this and go for it. But when it came down to the details of it, I was starting to go, well, there's a lot involved in building an observatory.
Anyway, what do? It's astronomy in the Outback style.
Tom has to rush back to the workshop and hope they can fix the plate by tomorrow. It's been a tough blow, but a good walk with family across ancient lands is a great way to uncoil that pent-up stress. And with another little Falzon on the way, focus on the things that really matter.
Yeah, the Outback is a good leveller.
Where? No kangaroos?
We've got a dinner that's being prepped right now, and they're looking forward to looking to the scope tonight. So we're literally counting down now. So all these months come down to these final hours. It just always seems to work out this way.
All right, well, I don't know if we're lucky or not, but someone's had a plasma cutter in Alice Springs to do the adjustment on the plate. I'm still not confident this is going to work, but they've made it a little bit bigger, so hopefully we can realign it, get the wedge on and mount this telescope. We've got this group coming in a little over 8 or 9 hours. We've got to get the scope up. They've come here to see it.
The moment of truth.
Yeah, I'm not confident, but...
Let's give it a go. Oh,
Okay, that's central pins in. Let's see if these line up.
How many's a line up?
Okay, 1, 2, you beauty. I think we've lined up. That's it, so go right up and over. Just so that
It's a huge relief, but they'll need to act fast so they can get back to preparing for the night's big event. With only hours to go before guests start arriving, everyone is feeling the pressure.
So really, yeah, it is kind of right on the death knock, so I'm feeling the pressure.
It's a last-minute dash to the finish line. Even Booga has come out of hiding to lend a hand.
Thanks for coming.
My pleasure. Anything I can do to help?
Yeah, bar, mate.
Bar.
Here's your journeys, mate.
Despite his disappearing act after the Henley-on-Todd, all is now forgiven. The team have finished the installation of the new system just as guests are starting to arrive.
We've pushed it right to the minute. Look, the system's up. You've got the 6 kilowatts on the roof, which is distributing power throughout the complex also. Then we've installed an AWS 650 wind turbine. That's just to keep that power going throughout the night. Here, so you turn off the grid.
Yeah.
You're running the entire centre.
Yeah.
We've got this excellent backup resource. We can turn the grid off, the place keeps running. It's fantastic. I think the grid's dropped out about 6 or 7 times since we've been here in 4 days, so you're definitely helping the Earth Sanctuary and the local grid.
The new system is performing perfectly. The lights are staying on. The guests are enthralled by what they're seeing in the night sky.
This is fancy.
Come and have a look at the moon. Oh, God.
The night is a success.
We've shown people that what we can do out here is in extreme weather. So really, wherever you are, if we can build what we have and achieve what we have, then you can achieve that anywhere.
It's been a mammoth effort, but the completed upgrades will mean that Earth Sanctuary is now secure as a viable business as well as a sustainable one.